Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 coming to you this Tuesday afternoon, November 19th. And we're looking at the market profile of the SPY ETF the last 3 days. And once again, both sides had a chance to do something and pretty much ended up in the middle as the bulls gap higher to an all-time high, have an open and drive down, and after three time frames of, well, four really, of one time frame and down, bulls put a stop to it. We end up trading sideways, became a rotational day. We end 11 wide. And again, no real winner. However, the bulls still, right? One time framing up now 4 days, a lot of gaps below. Is the market getting tight? Each of these 3 day segments we have, we keep gapping high, but then they have trouble getting away from each other. That remains to be seen. As far as opportunities today, well, I got myself in trouble early. I did what I said I was going to do this morning because I didn't think the gap was that bad. When he opened, even though it was an open drive, it was some really horrific volume, as you can see. And I'm in 4 tick increments now. When you put this in 1 tick increments, the top of the volume was just horrendous when we first opened. So I bought the gap, and I want to see if E period held. I bought above there also. I started small here and added, nothing great here. But I should have been out of the trade once E period failed. Did not do that. Actually started adding on as we went down at M's low. Took a pretty sizable position at the low of the day. Now, at the time, my value was overlapping to higher at the time. So that was one saving grace I was leaning on. The second was when D opened, even though we had a set of single prints, D couldn't take out C. If this market really wanted to go down and, after taking out the previous day's high, we could have looked for an outside day down. That would have been disastrous with the position I had at the time. So if the sellers really wanted to do that, well, then they certainly should have taken out C's low pretty easily. And they didn't. They didn't take it out at all. Didn't even take out the previous day's low at all. So once D started stabilizing in here, I was pretty comfortable. And the size I took down at the bottom means I didn't really need a lot to get back. And then lo and behold, C started trading up. I'm sorry, D started trading up. And we filled the single prints. I got out of the rest of my position in E period, right around A's low. Turned out to be a winning trade, but certainly not the right trade, especially for everybody who's new out there. So even though we gapped high and we had overlapping to higher value, once B took out A, odds were you're going to test M's low and then test the day's low. Well, then you could have been on them short. It would have been a fairly easy trade, quick trade to make money. And then once D stalled, like I said, you could have exited your short position. That would have been the easier trade. That was hard for me. That was a lot harder. Now, we had a blip in E when some news headline came out, and then we had another one in F when a Trump tweet came out. But besides those two, it became a rotational day and ended 11 wide. All right. And the only other trade I took, I did a couple of times. I was looking to short it in J, K, and L, and I didn't do either one. I didn't do any of them. What I did in M period, we got up, did not take out the previous day high, took a short position, and wrote it down. It wasn't a big position at all, but turned out to be a decent trade, and my machine's locked up, so that became an issue. All right, destinations for tomorrow. We have three on the upside. We have 311.98, which ends 11 wide. We have 312.69, which is today's high and all-time high. And then we have 313.13, which is our pre-market all-time high. We'll see if 1313 is a lucky number. For our downside, we have today's low of 311.22, yesterday's low of 311.03, Friday's low of 310.26, and filling the gap at 309.64. And then chart-wise, monthly, since we didn't do charts this morning, just quickly, up outside month up, so still very healthy. Weekly, 2 days into week 7, one time framing up for 6 weeks. Weekly continues to go higher. And then the daily, we're up. Came out of a 9-day balance on a gap. The gap has held so far. One time framing up, 4 days. Now the question is, right, we've had 3, this will make 4 times we've had like 3-day balances, right? Gapped high, 3 days. Gapped high, 3-day balance. Gap higher, 3-day balance. Went higher, 3-day balance. Gapped high, 3-day balance. The difference with this one is we're one time framing up all 3 of these days, where we didn't do that on those. Now, does that mean anything? I'm not sure. I mean, we've gone higher on all of them. The question is now, what do we do with this 3-day balance? Do we gap higher, go to all-time highs, and get the pre-market high tomorrow? Do we at least take it out? And then, or do we take out yesterday's low and attempt to take out the 3-day balance low? Hope you have a good day trading. Have a great night, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.